Hey Sages, welcome to May 2018. I hope you guys are doing well. Looking forward to reading for you guys because May 29th is the full moon in Sagittarius. So I want you to think back to your birthday in December when it was the new moon in Sagittarius. What were you thinking about? What did you actually, when you're thinking about like your birthday wish, what did you want to see unfolding over the next year of your life? Because this full moon in Sagittarius is when you start to see that manifestation blossom, essentially. So, what were you guys wishing about? What were you thinking about? What was your birthday wish? Because now, May 29th, this month, is when you're going to start to see that come to fruition. So, I'm really excited for you guys. We're looking forward to it. I'm sure it has something to do with travel or, higher education, maybe, or just getting out there in some way. So, lucky month for you guys, very lucky month. Also, the full moon in Sagittarius really asks that we let go of any limiting beliefs, everything that's been holding us back, in order to kind of free our minds and just to open ourselves up to new and exciting possibilities and diverse possibilities as well. Okay, and not being ashamed of it, not being ashamed of wanting to move forward and to move on and to kind of not escape, but to get away. Like I think that there's such a stigma when it comes to moving on and doing your own thing. Like this Hermit card that just popped out, such a stigma when it comes to doing your own thing. But why we need that alone time. We need that time to kind of recalibrate ourselves, and to get our life back, to really fuel ourselves back up. And we do that through a change of perspective. We do that through spending alone time and actually being able to go inward and focus on our own beliefs and theories instead of having the influence of the media and people around us and our friends and family, and especially social media, telling us how to feel. So with that alone time, Sag, you guys are going to be bringing in new power, new money, new authority, new growth in some way. So congrats. That's what you're, whoo. And then a bunch of cards just popped out. One of them is face up, so something you have acknowledged, and that's the amount of giving you've been doing when it comes, especially emotionally giving, when it comes to your family and friends. That's one thing that you definitely have acknowledged, but there's 5 cards when it comes to what you haven't acknowledged. She's gonna lick herself. Okay, what you haven't acknowledged, what you haven't faced: heartbreak, pain, involving 3 people, involving 2 other people, including yourself, or involving 3 people, not including yourself, the opportunities that you've been given, an unstable foundation, fighting when it comes to your freedom and your sense of change, and sacrifice and letting go. So what your subconscious wants you to know right off the bat, Sag, was the alone time that you've been spending has really been giving you this new sense of power, this new sense of security, so that you can give back to your family and friends emotionally in a very pure way. However, because of that giving without putting up the proper boundaries, it has created some heartbreak, and now you're starting to realize that you have a lot more opportunities for growth. Sorry. You have a lot more opportunities for growth, that needs to kind of be acknowledged, because right now you're kind of on unstable foundation with the constant fighting for change and freedom, and it's time to just let it go, because like I said, that alone time has empowered you. It is time to just realize that these other situations, this other opportunities, and this fighting, and it has created a complete instability, and it is time to just let it go and make those sacrifices. Please don't. Please don't. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Sagittarius. So that full moon in Sag on May 29th will also help you let go of that as well, okay? Full moon is an excellent time to release things, and you have that energy working with you. What do the Sagittariuses need to know for May 2018? Okay. She's not usually this distracting. Okay, so the theme of this reading is about your family and your family's emotional happiness. So everything just being fine, everything just working out, a new beginning that just ushers in emotional stability and just having it all, the whole 9 yards, and just being happy in every way possible. And that is based on this new energy, this new work, this new opportunity that just recently came in out of absolutely nowhere. It did seem like it came out of a negative situation, but it ended up being a very positive outcome in the long run. So something that started where it was kind of a little bit sketchy, where there was a little bit of a haze around it, was a little bit of an enigma, but now you're really starting to see, okay, this was definitely a good thing. And that's really empowered you at home. That's really given you a sense of empowerment at home, so you can finally find a balance when it comes to giving, especially when it comes to this King of Cups, this water type sign, male energy, who cries a lot. And they don't cry in an emotional way. They cry in a whiny type way where they complain a lot. They're complaining a lot about their work, because I'm seeing the tears on their wrist. So they're crying a lot about their flexibility when it comes to the work that they do, and also their lack of flexibility. And there's some negativity surrounding that as well. Okay, so it's more of a masculine energy as well. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a male. It could also be female, but a little bit more of a masculine energy. And you're getting really confused over what this person's going to do, because you're like, you know what? I just want everybody to be happy emotionally. I got this new energy, this new positive experience. Feeling really empowered at home. Feeling like I can really give some power out now. But this King of Cups, I'm really confused as to, why you're constantly whining about your inflexibility when it comes to your job. Because maybe this King of Cups just doesn't see that it's really on them, that they're the ones who are unwilling to adapt and change when you've done the alone time and the work to manifest these new opportunities and to fight for some sort of sacrifice and some change. It's like, well, why can't they? And that's been really taking up a lot of your thoughts and really pinning you down to the point where you don't even want to go out anymore. You don't even want to go out, because this cups person is making you feel very, very unstable, and you just want to have fun. You want to be able to move on and just enjoy life again. However, there really is something missing at home, and that requires a lot of judgment. You need to kind of get the message through that new thoughts are needed in order to feel more secure and stable about your opportunities and make those transformations, those inner transformations. Because right now, with this cups person, this sensitive, emotional person, it's not jiving well. It's not feeling really, really good, and it's really affecting you. So that's the theme of the reading. The reading itself is about a new emotional message coming in. So this could either be a person or a thing, okay? So if it's a person, I'm going to describe what this person is like. This person ropes you in really easily. This person has feminine energy, and they cover themselves up a lot, or you cover them up a lot, because I'm seeing, yeah, there is, like, you cover them, you shield them a lot from negativity, and from like the toxicities in life. You really like to shield them. Like, you put a lot of strength and energy into shielding them. This person you are attached to in some way, because they're just so pure when it comes to the path that they're walking in life. Let's see. So if this person actually has had a rocky past a little bit of they've had their emotional spills for sure. So when it comes to this person, if this is a person, that's what this reading is about. Or if it's not somebody that is resonating with you, it's a message that's coming in, some sort of message that's really going to give you a sense of emotional change. Like, it's definitely going to, make you really take a step back. But I think it is a person. I think it is a person. I think it's a young water type sign, a younger sign than you. So a younger person than you, water type sign. Let's see. Okay, I'm seeing an R in their name, first or last name. an R, okay? So it's a person. The obstacle and the aid to this person is your level of support for them, okay? So because of this person, you feel like you have to give them tons of support, but it's also the obstacle to this person. So maybe over supporting them a little bit too much. It's time to kind of wean off a little bit. I know that this person, I feel like this person embodies the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Page of Cups. I feel like this person can one day be very authoritative, very empowered. One day this person can be very nurturing and very, take charge. And then some days they can feel very childish and young-like and immature. So this person really goes through a lot of different waves. And that's something that you're starting to realize now within your relationship with them, and the support that you've been giving them. It's just a little bit all over the place because that's what they need, because they're all over the place, okay? Subconsciously, you guys are doing really well. Everything is really fine, especially beneath the surface, which is great. But you are thinking about moving on with your power emotionally. Yeah, you're thinking about moving on with your power in some way, because this Page of Cups / King, Queen of Cups, which I really think this person just embodies all of them, has got you reeling, and you've just put so much support into this person to the point where it's almost kind of, I want to say a little bit, I don't want to say embarrassing because that can kind of sound a little bit mean, but it is kind of embarrassing for other people, because they're like, well, what are you doing, Sag? Why are you still putting so much? Look at me putting my, I don't mean to like judge you guys or anything, but that is maybe an energy that you are feeling. That Judgment card did pop out. But there is something about this Page, King, Queen of Cups person that, are they bipolar? Or do they just embody all three sides of an emotional person? And, it's really, you are thinking that it is time for you to move on with your power and not look back, okay? Because you right now, you're really focused on the past. You're really focused on the past and how much easier it was and how optimistic you were back then about the relationship, about this Page of Cups. This Page of Cups really put some fire in your life, really put that oomph in your drive. They were the fuel. And now with this alone time you've been doing, and you're just starting to really feel a lot more empowered, and you've been looking back a lot. It's just not the same. It's just not the same at all. It's not. And you can keep fighting for the past, especially when it comes to this Page of Cups. But at the end of the day, every time that you see that little thread, it will be pulled and it will unravel eventually. Like, that's just sort of what it is. So as much as you want to keep defaulting back to the past, that little thread will always be there, just waiting to be pulled. Family and friends, soulmate. So family and friends are a little bit upset over this situation about you wanting to possibly thinking that you have to move on with your power, especially emotionally, because they saw you guys as soulmates. They saw this soulmate relationship, and now they're kind of like, well, what is Sag doing? Why does it, we thought that Sag was happy. We thought that underneath the surface, Sag was doing really well, really finding their power, especially with this alone time that they've been doing. So that's where some of that judgment is coming in as well, where it's like, well, are you going to stay or are you going to go? We thought this was your soulmate. But like I always say, a soulmate is so different from a twin flame. A soulmate comes into our lives in order to put us back on our path, our soul's path. And if we hold on to that soulmate longer than needs be, then we just end up hurting ourselves. It's a twin flame that you really want to be holding on and fighting for. The soulmate, you want to just learn the lessons and do what you can in order to move on in a positive way, okay? So as always, if you'll know, like at the end of the day, you know when someone's your soulmate, you know when they're, when they're not, and you know when they're a twin flame. Like that's, we know, right? Like, you know. So family and friends may be reeling from that, and they may kind of need a little bit of a timeout because they see this as a soulmate relationship. hope and fear, Sag, is the cycle change, is moving on, is letting go, is recognizing deception, and just letting it ebb and flow. So you want to just kind of let it be like the tides that comes in and just creates this shift, but you fear it as well. Also because you also know that you need to put in some work when it comes to the changes. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to feel really overburdened with this work. First step is recognizing that, you know, this alone time you've been doing has empowered you. And if you want to keep that power that you've gained, you have to start thinking about possibly walking away with your power and not looking back. That's going to put a lot of burden on you. That's going to put a lot of responsibility on you. It's an overall negative tone. It's something new that you haven't dealt with in a while. But at the end of the day, Sag, you are going to be so much more emotionally fulfilled and emotionally happy. So don't focus on the past. Don't focus on looking at the past. Don't focus on the fact that family and friends are like, what, isn't this person your soulmate? Focus on the fact that right now you are manifesting from a very positive place. And with this full moon in Sagittarius, you can let go from this pain with your power, okay? I have too many Sages in my life where I'm just like, oh my God. Like, what could this be? Okay. Keep me posted, Sag. Let me know what's going on. As always, if you want a personalized reading, send me an email. My email is below. I'll help you get to the bottom of this. We'll figure out who this bipolar water sign is. We'll figure out if it's right for you, because I always say this is a general reading. If it's right for you to move on with your power before you make some crazy, huge, life-altering decisions. So keep me posted. Let's chat, Sag. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in June. Bye.